Good evening, everyone. My name's Hatton Humphrey, and this is another Front Porch Talk video moment. In this recorded episode, we're going to talk about Christmas carols and what is wrong with them. Alright folks, that's right, this is a recording, not a live stream. Just wanted to jump in here and make some comments and add my thought to the whole "baby it's cold outside" commentary. And I know it's died down a little bit, but it strikes me as interesting that there are still people, and not just me, talking about them. So bear with me. I know I'm a little bit behind the times, but hey, at least I can throw out some additional things and maybe make some folks laugh. So what is this whole controversy thing, and where did it start? Well, first of all, this isn't the first time that "Baby It's Cold Outside" has had its own issues. And, you know, as we listen to the lyrics, you know, it does sound a little questionable. Well, this has actually been, okay, in this case, just one station in Ohio pulled it from their playlist because someone called in and voiced a complaint. And that is the programmer's directive, or discretion, not directive. But it's interesting that this particular one, this was WDOK in Cleveland, pulled "Baby It's Cold Outside" after a listener noted the inappropriate nature of the song's lyrics. How many other songs did he pull? And I'll get to that in a minute. Because if we're going to judge a song that was written in the 40s, based on the cultural norms of the 40s, then we have to judge all of the songs based on today's cultural norms. And I'm guessing a Christmas playlist would get a lot shorter. Okay. But, first of all, history. This is not the first time that this has been recorded. Okay, we've got 2018, 2016. Vox wrote an article talking about "Baby It's Cold Outside," with the goal of pointing out how some people may interpret the song as romantic while others dub it rapey. Then again, I think that was also the same time that "Blurred Lines" came out. And if you haven't listened to the lyrics of "Blurred Lines," listen to just the lyrics. And it's rapey. It's a lot rapey. I would recommend one particular reviewer, Todd in the Shadows, does a great job talking about it. So anyway, 2016 and 2012. Okay. You know, a Salon news author. And again, we know Salon's bent on things. Called it icky at best and reprehensible. Okay. Gotta say this is quite an interesting line, especially since one of the lines in the song is, "Hey, what's in this drink?" There's something sinister about the song's playful ambiguity, as we'll never truly know if she wants to stay or if it's just a roofie talking. Yikes. And the particular article, this one, takes it all the way back to 2007 when the Rolling Stones, when Rolling Stone says this was when the debate truly began. Thanks to Facebook and Twitter. Because Funny or Die released a parody video of a man acting very creepy. At one point, he drags the woman away from the door as she clutches the doorknob. Okay. Here's the historical perspective. None of that happens in the song. None of it happens in the song. The "what's in this drink," dude didn't roofie her. I'm not going to play the full 5-minute video, but every interpretation of the original source material is she wants to stay, but she's worried what society might think. Okay? In today's language, she was afraid of taking the walk of shame, because in that time period, taking the walk of shame would socially destroy her. There's a vast difference between not wanting to be socially castigated versus being roofied. Women at that time didn't have the choice, didn't have, there were so many things. Yeah, okay. There were so many different things, the way society worked in that day and age compared to today. You cannot look at source material and say that is wrong because it doesn't meet today's social levels. Because it wasn't created with social levels. And even Michael Bublé, moving on to the other part of this whole subject here, even Michael Bublé says censoring Christmas songs is a really complicated issue. And he says it's dangerous. Speaking to Ian Dempsey in Today FM, he was in Ireland, said people are becoming outraged over everything. He said the song is dated. A lot of songs are dated. The times have changed and we have to change with them. At the same time, I think it starts to become very dangerous when you start talking about being that sensitive and that outraged over everything. So, Michael Bublé makes his money, makes his living singing. Well, there are more controversial songs than just Baby It's Cold Outside. Let's go back to 1957, shall we? Fun little story here. Elvis Presley at the time, good old Mr. Swivel Hips himself, had recorded a version of White Christmas that was on the top of the to hate list. Even Irving Berlin himself said that the song should be banned from the airwaves. One dude lost his job because he played it in Portland. Oh Holy Night. What could be wrong with Oh Holy Night? A French poet was asked by his parish priest in 1847 to write a poem for a Christmas Mass. And the poet was so moved by the words that he wrote that he set it to music with with the help from a musician friend. I can't even read it now. Adolphe Charles Adams. And it was a hit until they figured out that Adams was Jewish. Really? It's cold outside. Come on, people. Christmas in Fallujah. This is a recent one. He tried to paint a very realistic picture in it. It was not taken that way. Charlie Brown Christmas. And I hear this one all the time. The Charlie Brown Christmas special is a show that I watched every Christmas. I'm still looking to see where it is, and I don't get live TV anymore, so I've got to find it on YouTube or somewhere. Hopefully CBS All Access has it. The Concord Music Group remastered the Vince Gilardi Trio soundtrack. And there were some major discrepancies in the track, including alternate takes, noise reduction, and outright sound manipulation. And CMG offered a replacement of the original that wasn't remastered. John Lennon's Happy Christmas, War's Over. I have a problem with this song. Mainly because it's overplayed. Second, because it is a protest song. I don't really... Some of the ways that the words have been interpreted, say, it's another Christmas and what have you done? And that finger is pointing squarely at the American soldier. I know. That's not how some people interpret it. That may not be how Mr. Lennon interpreted it. but that's how some people have. So I have a little bit of a problem with it. But beyond that, having worked in retail, this is an earworm that I hate. Yeah, it's banned from my house. The sixth one on this list is kind of interesting because nobody really knows that there's actually a Star Wars Christmas special. It exists. Point you to another reviewer, Nostalgia Critic. He actually reviewed Star Wars Christmas special. It is a brain bender of a show, but the music apparently is just about as awful as the show. It's definitely one of those. They threw everything together in the middle and brought in actors that wanted to be part of the Star Wars canon. And yeah, that abomination exists. It's literally, it's one that you don't find in video stores. So there are others too. And Baby It's Cold Outside, that's the most recent one. But I want to throw out a couple of others, just as we wrap up this little segment here. I did a search of the top 25 popular Christmas songs. Okay, and I grabbed a couple, just a handful of lyric sheets here. The first one is Clarence Carter. It's from 1968, called The Backdoor Santa. And I cannot play the music due to copyright. But just take a look at the lyrics here. They call me Backdoor Santa because I make my runs at about the break of day. They call me Backdoor Santa. I make my runs about the break of day. I make all the little girls happy while the boys are out to play. I ain't like old Saint Nick. He don't come but once a year. I come running with my presents every time you call me, dear. This is a Christmas song. It's a hookup Christmas song. Yeah. It's cold outside. This is a beautiful classic. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. And wouldn't it have been amazing if Daddy had seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus? If Mommy's kissing Santa Claus and Daddy doesn't see her, there's going to be some words. I can't speak too loudly because I don't know who's still awake. Yeah. So, another one. Yeah, and this is just simple, playful stuff. You know that. Yeah, Mommy's just kissing Santa Claus under the mistletoe. She's tickling him under his beard. Okay. Eartha Kitt. Santa Baby. Beautiful lyrics. Or beautiful voice. Beautiful voice. Talk about Christmas going materialistic. Yeah, let's see. Let's start off with Sable. And by the way, that is a real fur pelt that she's asking for, ladies and gentlemen. Just to warn you. Or a 54 convertible. And her reason for being worthy of these things is missing all the fun. The fun. All the fellas that she hasn't kissed. And she says she could be also be good. And she just checks off that list. She's saying she wants a yacht, or maybe a deed to a platinum mine. I know. I'm going a little too far here. The last one is a song, and yeah, I know I've got the Happy Christmas. I'm not even going into that one. I started to get that one, and I'm not even going there. This song is another one that's banned in my house because it's the reason that it's on Christmas playlists is because it says Last Christmas, and it's about a dude that gets his heart broken. And that's it. That's the gist of the song. It has nothing about snow. It has nothing about presents. It has nothing about come back to me. It has nothing about I'll woo you and give you gifts. No, it's you broke my heart. And this year, I'm going to give it to somebody else. Because last year you broke it. Why is this a Christmas song? Let's pick on these guys. But it's a complicated issue. So what are your favorite Christmas carols to love or hate or whatever? Post me your responses in the comments below. And let me know what you think of these new videos, these new concepts. I'm kind of enjoying doing them. It's a little bit of a change, and like I said, we're working to get Ken in on the action as well. Get a little bit of video calling going there. Have him join in with us. So leave us a comment below, either in Facebook or YouTube. I actually posted the videos in both. And yeah, if I don't record another one before then, which I might, sure, we're seeing how we do. Have a very happy and merry holidays and stay safe. Thanks a lot, everybody. And be sure to leave goodies for whoever's determined to deliver your presents. Because sometimes that might be. I'll just say different words in a different order and say good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.